Okay, so I've got my bread has set in the proofing setting on my oven, and it's nice and airy and risen nice. So I'm going to take it out of the bowl now. I've got a good flouring surface on my counter. So you can see what it looks like coming out of the bowl. Get as much of the dough out of here as I can. I'm going to put some flour on my hands too here. And then I just start folding it in on itself, kind of in a square. And this dough feels great. Just keep mashing it down in the center, going around. And I have my oven preheating to 425, just depends on your oven. So I can feel it getting tighter. It's just making a nice little loaf here. It gets little air pockets in there, but those will come out. So, okay. I think that is good. And I have my Dutch oven in the oven as well, so it's preheating. So then this is what it looks like. I'm gonna take it, and I've got a little batten bowl here, and I'm gonna put some flour in here, dust it, and then I'm just gonna take my beautiful loaf here, dough, and set it in here, and you'll see it's got a good spring to it. Just bounces right back. So I'm just gonna set this over to the side, just under light, and I set a little dish towel over it. Let it sit there and kind of relax while the oven continues to preheat. And I have another dough that I did, and this one I got a little short on water, so you can see it's kind of dry. So I'm just going to see how forgiving it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to it. Probably what's going to happen is it's going to come out real flat, but it still tastes good. So you can see it just looks different. Looked real pretty coming out of the bowl, almost just kind of like it was already ready. So you can see it looks kind of wrinkly. So I'm probably not going to do a whole lot to it. It's just real dry. And if you try to add water to it, it just doesn't work. So I'm just gonna fold it in on itself. It did rise, it just didn't have that airiness to it. So I had it about a 1/4 cup too low on water. So I was just kind of experimenting, but so I'm just gonna leave it like this. We'll see what happens. It looks pretty right here, but it doesn't, it's just drier. It's still got some decent spring, but it's not gonna look as pretty on the bottom. We'll just see how it comes out on the oven. Most of the time, it still tastes great, just might be not be as pretty of a loaf. So I'm gonna get another batten bowl and put that to the side. So while all this is resting, we'll come back when we're ready to score it.